Every class I teach includes a creative final exam. The reason for that is that I find the written expression in a creative format to be a successful way for students to show their demonstration of an understanding of all of the skills and elements studied throughout the semester. So, each class will have different images to choose from, but I like folks to know right up front that that's what we're going to be doing for the final exam. It's intended to be a masterpiece, to be something that you are proud of, and to demonstrate your understanding of concepts. You have been presented with a list of images from which you can choose one to create the narrative final essay. Each class will be presented with different images. Some images are good for all classes, and others are simply for the classes that are specific to that particular genre. Once you have selected your image, you will post that in your cyber cafe and make sure that you are the only person in there working on that particular image. If not, then you'll go to one of the other images. There are 30 pages of images, so I'm sure you can find one. Now let's look at the assignment so that we understand where we will be going after we finish selecting the image. The assignment for the final creative exam includes the instructions, the images which we've just seen, and explanations on how to write a short story. There are also tutorials throughout that module where I take you through the process of writing the story from my point of view, as if I were writing my own essay. Remember that the final essay will be between 2,000 and 3,500 words. Sometimes people exceed that when they add up all of the outline, the essay, the works cited, the final draft. All those numbers can get fairly high, and they are important for our essay words that are due to the district. One of the things that I take you on a journey through the course module is if I selected this picture and what I would do with that particular image. Stories generally begin with one point of view. Either everything was fine until, or nothing was fine until. In Batman, Metropolis was in big trouble. Nothing was going right until. In many other stories, the girl is walking down the street and everything is fine until. There are some points that also need to be covered when you start crafting the story. A crafted story with a beginning, a middle, and a distinct end. An unexpected twist to the story, irony, which we've studied in this course. The story needs to contain specific detail. Research, images, information. That's where you will find your research coming in handy when you look at the world of your story and find descriptive words for that. Color, nuance, at least 3 characters, at least 3 additional pictures that relate to the title image. Of course, people usually include many more than 3, but for our purposes, to demonstrate what we need to demonstrate in the essay, at least 3 pictures are required, besides your title image. There needs to be a conflict, or we don't have a story. So that's on the learning curve end. Remember to include a context, a catalyst to the story. Again, either everything was fine until, or nothing was fine until. Now, I decided to take you on this journey through this document of how I might create a story, which is a novel that I've actually written, and go through the process. I haven't written an entire complete story, but I show you an idea in this document of how I might progress. I always like to include an image that that shows the world of the story and captures the tone. Otherwise, my readers don't know where in the world they are. So this is just something for you to look through at your own leisure as you create your own story. But one of the reasons that I have students pick an image at the beginning of the semester is so that you can clearly see, this is my intent at the end of the course for you to create, to demonstrate an understanding of the principles that we study in this course. So I hope that works for you. It has worked for lots of people before you, and it will continue to work for people after you. I hope you will enjoy this. Remember to make sure that you post your ideas and questions in your cyber cafe, that you open a document in EasyBib, and that you begin researching your idea. My story is set in Sweetwater, Texas. Gosh, y'all, I haven't been to Sweetwater, Texas since I don't even know when. So I had to go and research Stillwater, Texas. And I put all of that research into my Works Cited page. And we're new in the course when you pick out your image, but you will be a past master at EasyBib by the time you get to the point of working on this final exam. But when you choose a picture at the beginning of the semester, it gives you time to add images to that folder that you've started on your computer. I do it all the time. I start with an image, and then I need to take a break from studying or a break from writing or something, and I go on and just look at images, and I sometimes find images that are wonderful, and I think, oh, that would be a great image for my story. For example, that one that I just showed you of this world of the story, I wasn't even looking for this kind of an image, but I was on the internet looking at something, and images came up, and I went, oh, that is perfect for my story. So I copied it and saved it. And I thought, man, it just really shows the journey of my protagonist heading down the road. I just loved it. So that's what we're doing. Move forward. And when you get to this point, you will see lots of other pages in the module that will help take you through the experience of writing your final narrative essay. That concludes this tutorial.